The warning signs were quiet. I ignored them because I could. Sleep, I never caught up on. Worked late with a headache behind my eyes. Kept saying I can handle one more week, like endurance meant refusing every sign. My meals got careless, my patience got short. Warm-up felt heavier than the work. I wasn't proving toughness, I was running worn parts until they hurt. And when performance dropped, I blame my drive, never blame the way. What needed lowering, went home before the work turned dumb. Took the lighter session seriously, instead of chasing numbers just to say I'd won. Water on the desk, food planned before hunger, sleep treated like part of the job. And when the old voice called that weakness, I remember what the breakdown cost. I came back sharper, not softer, better range, better control. Turns out keeping the machine alive takes more discipline than running the car. Check the system, make the adjustment, keep it useful, keep it honest. I don't worship exhaustion, I don't confuse damage with proof. The goal was never to look committed, the goal was to become durable. Has a purpose. Ease when easing protects the frame. Maintenance before failure. That's how I stay in the game. Durability is part of the work. I kept mistaking damage for proof. That first week back, I loaded every plate like lost time. Could be bullied into place. Shoulder tight, sleep short, jaw locked. Still adding weight when the movement got sloppy. I hated seeing numbers lower than before. Hated what the mirror made me answer for. So I drove every session like a stolen car, foot to the floor just to feel less behind. Monday hard, Tuesday harder. By Thursday I was running on fumes. Then I disappear for another 10 days and call it bad luck when I knew the truth. I wasn't building anything that could last. I was punishing today for the shape of my past. If I can't repeat it, it doesn't belong. I don't need the red line to prove I'm moving on. So I cut the weight and kept the appointment. Left 2 reps when my ego said force it. Started logging sleep like it counted 2. Stopped making every workout a trial to survive. Some nights the wind was stopping on time. Some mornings the win was a 20-minute walk. No dramatic comeback, no perfect week, just the engine getting cleaner every time it ran. look weak, but that voice never stands. To repair what it wrecked, so I check the gauges, I respect the warning, I leave enough in the tank to keep the promise tomorrow. Keep it control, keep it repeatable. Strength isn't loud when it's becoming dependable. I don't chase collapse, I don't train for applause. I finish with something still left for the cause. Below the red line, where patience gets strong. If I can't repeat it, it doesn't belong. I'm done proving I can empty the tank. I'm proving I can keep the engine running. Left in the shift, and I was already gone, leaving notes without a heading, leaving plates where they had dropped. I told myself tomorrow could repair the final mess, but tomorrow always entered underneath unfinished weight. At the desk I closed the laptop with the hardest task unnamed. In training I skipped the cool down, left the equipment out of place. I knew how to start with purpose, I knew how to push through strain, but I treated every ending like it didn't shape the next day. Close, clean, the ending is part of the work. Close, clean. The ending is part of the work. So I stay 5 minutes longer, not to prove that I was tough, but to leave a clear beginning for the person waking up. Waste return, bottle rinsed, first task written on the page. One loose thought recorded so it wouldn't steal the morning. That small closing ritual changed the way the whole week moved. I stopped entering all confusion before choosing something new. Completion became more than reaching the final repetition. In memory scoring what I used and leaving purpose in position. Close, clean, don't abandon the last step. Finish what supports tomorrow, not just what exhausted me. Close, clean, leave direction where I'll see it. A strong beginning is prepared by how I choose to leave the evening. Anyone can stop when tired. I decide how I depart. Clear the surface, mark the next move. Put each tool back where it starts. No grand ending, no display, just respect for the next day. Close, clean, don't abandon the last step. Finish what supports tomorrow, not just what exhausted me. Close, clean, leave direction where I'll see it. A strong beginning is prepared by how I choose to leave the evening. I do not leave myself a mess and call the day complete. Stop feeding the bottleneck. Yeah! Stop feeding the bottleneck. Stop feeding the bottleneck. Yeah. I blame the crowded calendar. Said the hours were too thin, but I lost 10 at every doorway, deciding how to begin. Shoes buried under laundry files, scattered through the screen. Every simple transition needed more from me than it should. I had time in separate pieces, but they never joined in flow. Each delay became a traffic line that blocked the road below. By evening, all my energy had idled in the queue. wasn't distance, it was friction at the merge. Stop feeding the bottleneck, clear the next move now. Put the tools where hands can find them, give the effort open ground. I don't need another hour, I need fewer points of drag. Stop feeding the bottleneck, keep the motion from collapsing. In every handoff, close prepared beside the bed. One document already open, next instruction clearly set. When the work block reached its ending, I wrote where to start again. No long search for lost direction, no debate before the step. The minutes didn't multiply, the weeks still carried weight, but the path between decisions stopped consuming half the day. What once looked like low commitment was a system left unclear. When I cleared the intersections, my intention could move through. Open lane, known direction, nothing waiting for perfection. Finish here, set up there, leave the next move clean and clear. Stop feeding the bottleneck, clear the next move now. Put the tools where hands can find them, give the effort open ground. I don't beg the day for hours while I waste them at the most. Start feeding the bottleneck, let the work maintain its course. Before I leave one task, I clear the road to the next. The first move never felt clean, that's why I kept avoiding it. The first move never felt clean, that's why I kept avoiding it. Never watched it unfold, said the timing was wrong, said the setup was weak. Spent a month making reasons for a 7-day week. At the bench in the garage with the chain off track, every tool within reach till I kept stepping back. I could picture the finished polished metal smooth speed, but perfection was a shelter dressed up as a need. That habit followed everywhere, work, training, sleep. Made promises on Monday I was scared to keep. Nothing failed in my hands because nothing got tried, but an untouched machine is just failure disguised. So I stopped asking, will this come out right? Put the wrench on the bolt and worked into the night. One rough turn, one mistake, one adjustment made. I learned confidence comes after action is paid. Motion before certainty, hands on the work in front of me. I don't need the whole road clear, I need one move that proves I'm here. No perfect start, no guarantee. Motion before certainty, let the first attempt look incomplete. I'd rather build than plan defeat. Next morning, shoes tied, no speech in my head, no search for a feeling to pull me from bed. I cut every session into something I could do, then I finished that piece before reaching for new. At my desk, sent the draft with the weak lines marked, took the notes without turning each comment too dark. Fixed the chain, tested weight, heard the rough gears complain, but the sound of a problem meant the system had changed. Every flaw gave direction, every error had use, while delay only handed me a cleaner excuse. I quit worshiping plans that had never been straight. The machine earns its purpose when the parts are engaged. It may shake, let it shake. It may drag, let it drag. Friction tells me where the power gets trapped. I make the move. I read the sound. I fix what fails. I stay around. Motion before certainty. No more waiting for belief. I begin before I'm ready. Then the work begins shaping me. No perfect start, no guarantee. Motion before certainty. When my mind demands complete, I put both hands upon the peak. I don't wait to feel prepared. I start, and preparation meets me there. Keep your own distance, run what is yours. Their pace is a landmark, not one of your laws. Keep your own distance, measure it true. The road gets much longer when you run someone else's route. I used to check numbers before checking my breath. Watch strangers move faster and call myself less. Saw a highline, a record, a clean finish line that dragged their best moment against all of mine. On the track after work, lane 4 under rain, I turned every footstep into proof I was late. Pushed harder than planned just to quiet that thought. Lost form on the corner, paid more than I bought. Comparison gave orders with no map in its hand. Said if they're further forward than you're where you began. But it never showed detours, never counted their years. It just pointed at distance and converted it to fear. So I marked one honest mile with a pen on my page. Not the speed I imagined, the speed I could sustain. Kept the turn smooth and steady, let my breathing stay low. Built a route I could follow when the praise didn't show. Some days were impressive, most days were plain. A quiet set completed, a controlled return again. No camera at the corner, no crowd at the gate. Just a body learning patience and a mind learning pace. I stopped calling it losing when another passed by. They were headed their direction, I was holding to mine. A compass isn't useless because north isn't here. It is valuable precisely when the pathway's unclear. Not their clock, not their strides, not their finish in my mind. One direction, one decision. Keep the heading through resistance. Now I study other people without shrinking my frame. I can learn from the method without stealing their lane. Let achievement be a signal, not a sentence on me. What they've done shows what's possible, not what I must be. I record what I finished, where I faded, what improved. Make the smallest correction and return to the root. I don't race every shadow moving past on the wall. Speed without direction is no progress at all. Where am I going? Forward. Whose route am I holding? Mine. What decides the next marker? The word. What decides when I stop? Not the noise. Keep your own distance, run what is yours. Let discipline guide you when envy distorts. Keep your own distance, measure it true. The road becomes honest when the standard belongs to you. I don't need to be ahead of them. I need to stop abandoning my direction. Nothing blooms on schedule, still I tend the ground. Some work grows in silence before it can be found. Nothing blooms on schedule, I don't dig it up to check. I water what I planted, then I give the roots respect. Yeah. quiet weeks, every result looked the same. Same line on the spreadsheet, same weight by my name. I studied after dinner while the whole house slept, but every practice score said I had not arrived yet. I started resenting the hours nobody saw, called invisible progress, a defect in the law. Each night I wanted proof that the effort had worked, so I tested every seed by disturbing the dirt. Changed the plan every Monday, changed the method by noon, chased the fastest solution before patience could root. Nothing had time to deepen, nothing learned how to stay. I kept demanding a harvest from a constantly changing plan. One evening I found notes from the start of the year. Questions once impossible had become almost clear. Not mastered, not finished, but no longer unknown. The growth had been happening below what was shown, so I chose one program and gave it a season. Tracked hours of practice, not applause or achievement. Reviewed every mistake, then returned to the page. Let the daily conditions matter more than my rage. In training I stopped testing my limit each week, kept the movements controlled, kept recovery complete. A stronger foundation was spreading unseen, while impatience kept shouting that stillness meant defeat. Roots do not report every inch they descend, they prepare for the weight of what comes after them. The surface may look unchanged day after day, while the ground underneath learns what it must sustain. Nothing blooms on schedule, still I tend the ground. Some word grows in silence before it can be found. Nothing blooms on schedule, I don't tear apart the bed. I water what I planted, then I work the rows ahead. No flower owes me proof, because I struggled through the rain. No season signs a promise that reward will match my day. But I control the tending, I control what I repeat. I remove what steals the water, I protect what needs to deep. The exam came on a Tuesday with no music in the room, just a clock on the wall and the work I had to do. I didn't feel transformed when I opened the page, I just recognized problems that once made me afraid. The score wasn't perfect, it wasn't enough to move through, but the number mattered less than what the process proved. I could work without evidence, I could stay without praise, I could trust quiet effort through unremarkable days. There will always be seasons when the field looks bare. That does not mean nothing is developing there. I no longer abandon what has not yet appeared, I judge my commitment by the care I give here. Nothing blooms on schedule, still I tend the ground. I won't punish slow progress by pulling the whole thing out. Nothing blooms on schedule, that no longer feels like threats. I water what I planted, and I let the roots collect. My responsibility is the tending. The season decides when it shows. The bar remembered nothing about who I had been. Saved, loaded weight for a body that had already changed. The first repetition stalled halfway through the air, and I looked through the mirror like the past should be there. I shortened the movement so nobody could tell, turned poor form into theater and called the set well. When the coach walked toward me, I tightened my face. Pride would rather look capable than work from the base. That lie followed home in the shirt that still fit, in the unfinished projects I refused to admit. I kept cutting my future from an outdated pattern, then blamed every seam when the pieces looked scattered. The next session I stripped every plate I could not own, asked for help with the movement, let the weakness be showed, wrote the actual numbers without crossing stability. No judgment in the numbers, no insult in the scale. A measurement gives direction, it does not call you frail. Take the measure as it stands, cut the pattern for these hands. No borrowed size, no old disguise, built from what is true tonight. Every seam begins to hold when I stop pretending growth. I can change what I reveal, I cannot mend what I conceal. Weeks later, the weight moved with no need to perform. Every inch stayed controlled, every breath stayed informed. Progress looked less dramatic than the version I'd sold, but the fabric held together when the pressure took hold. At work, I used the method on a skill I had lagged. Named the gap to my manager, asked where to practice. Instead of hiding confusion behind confident speech, I became more dependable by admitting the breach. The pattern keeps changing, that no longer feels wrong. A body has seasons, a craft takes long. I don't force today's limits into yesterday's frame. Accuracy is not weakness, it is where change begins. Measure it, mark it, up where it is. Thread is tested, strengthen the stem. No shame in the fabric, no lie in the fit. What holds under tension starts honest and exact. Take the measure as it stands, cut the pattern for these hands. Let truth decide the starting line, then stitch the work through time. Every seam begins to hold when I stop defending old. I will build what can be real, not perform what I cannot feel. I train the body I have, that is how I earn the what I'm building. One step, one breath, one more measured count. The rhythm doesn't leave because nobody's around. One step, one breath, let the silence roll. I don't need another person to keep the tempo. Yeah, to keep the tempo. Yeah. 4 a.m. my friend met me outside after work. Same corner, same time, through the heat and the cold. When his schedule moved nights, mine collapsed in a week. Without somebody waiting, I kept choosing retreat. I blame the empty route, said the sessions fell flat. Said I work better partnered, and some part of that was fact. But I turned a useful support into a reason to stop. Like the beat had disappeared because one instrument dropped. At work I noticed the same dependence in me. I moved fast when the manager asked what I'd complete. When nobody checked in, every task lost speed. I had borrowed my rhythm from external urgency. That truth felt uncomfortable, I was disciplined near any person whose presence made the standard appear. But alone, every promise became easy to bend. I knew how to follow, I had not learned to conduct. So I built a simple cadence that belonged to the day. Shoes beside the doorway, started 6, same place. No search for excitement, no question the mood. Just the first mark, distance at a pace I could use. The silence felt louder in the opening mile. I heard every excuse with no partner beside me. So I counted my breathing, let my footsteps reply. For steady on the inhale, for controlled on the stride. At my desk I used intervals with the written result. 25 on the task, 5 to stand and reset. No manager watching, no message sent. Just a private repetition, reaching one clean end. After several weeks, rhythm stopped feeling imposed. The routine became something my own actions composed. Support still had value, I welcomed it back. But company became help, not the engine of the track. Keep the tempo alone, let commitment set the time. When the room gives no rhythm, I will generate mine. No crowd to pull me forward, no partner at the door. I can value their support without needing moving slow, it means I own the cadence. Wherever I must go, metronome is simple. It does not need applause. It marks another moment and returns because it must. Fast is not the answer, loud is not control. The beat becomes dependable and repetition makes it known. Some days someone joins me, some days no one can. My standard cannot disappear with the change in someone's plan. Keep the tempo alone, let commitment set the time. When the world gives no rhythm, I will generate mine. No borrowed urgency, no waiting to be pulled. I can walk beside another without handing them control. Keep the tempo alone, hold it steady through the low. I respect the ones who help me, but the cadence is my own. Support can strengthen my rhythm. It never owns the beat. Yeah, it's placed there with care. Yeah, the lightest plate felt heavy after weeks away. I hated what recovery had changed. I wanted the old numbers on the first day back. Wanted muscle to remember what the setback had cracked. The therapist said slow, my pride heard you're weak, so I added more strain than the plan for the week. By Friday, every movement felt guarded and tight. I had rushed toward the summit and extended the night. I thought patience meant standing while the world moved ahead, but impatience was digging through the ground. I still needed outside the window. Rain kept shaping the stone. No dramatic collision, just return after return. Nothing loud, nothing instant, nothing asking applause. Only time with direction, obeying its law. Stone takes the season, strength takes its time. I won't trade tomorrow for one reckless climb. Stone takes the season, layer by layer. What lasts is in hurry. It is placed there with care. I went back to the program and lowered the load. Counted clean repetitions, let control set the tone. Walked out with some energy instead of none left. Learned restraint can be effort when excess feels best. At work, I did the same with the goals I had stacked. 1 hour without switching, one promise intact. I had treated slow progress like a personal flaw. Now I saw how endurance is assembled from small. Rain doesn't strike granite and demand it transform. It returns through the silence, through the cold, through the warm. That became my instruction when frustration got loud. Don't confuse an impatient mind with a meaningful row. Return, repeat, leave something for tomorrow. Return, repeat, depth is built in narrow hours. I don't test the healing just to prove that I am tough. I don't double every effort when the right amount is enough. There is discipline in stopping, there is courage in control. There are seasons made for building what ambition can't bulldoze. Stone takes the season, strength takes its time. return when returning is due. Whose numbers am I chasing? Whose finish makes me late? I threw away the measuring tape. I keep my own measure now. One mark beyond the last one. One honest inch somehow. No stranger sets my distance. I keep my own measure now. Lunch break, phone against the bottle, watching strangers lift and run. Every highlight made my effort look like nothing I had done. I compare their brightest moment to the week I barely slept, then erased a solid session because theirs looked more intense. My notebook stayed half empty, not from lack of work or sweat, but because I called it worthless if it wasn't someone's best. I kept moving every target to a place I couldn't stand, using other people's progress like a ruler in my head. But a ruler built for someone else will lie about my height. So I wrote down where I started, not where they arrived. Whose numbers am I chasing? Whose finish makes me late? I threw away the measuring tape. I keep my own measure now. One mark beyond the last one. One honest inch somehow. No stranger sets my distance. I keep my own measure. I began recording everything, the weight, the pace, the rest. How I handled low attention, how I finished when depressed. Not to turn my life to data, not to worship every score, but to see that quiet progress had been happening before. 4 more seconds under tension, one less break between the rounds. A calmer breath when doubt arrived, a cleaner landing on the ground. Small advances looked invisible when I stared across the lane, but beside my former numbers, they were evidence of change. Not their pace, not their frame, not their season, not their name. My last mark draws the line. I move it one more time. Comparison kept changing the unit until nothing I did could count. So I chose one honest standard. Be harder to stop than I was last round. Whose numbers am I chasing? No one's standing in my way. I threw away the measuring tape and faced my record on the page. One mark beyond the last one. One honest inch somehow. No stranger sets my distance. I'll keep my own measure now. I close the app, I mark the page. I carry the lesson, not the I'm Mr. Wheat and carried it like iron tied behind my name. Every session that I skipped became another plate of shame. By the time I came back through, I was tired before I moved, trying to lift today's assignment with the past stacked on it too. I thought guilt would keep me honest, make me pay for losing ground, but it bent my form and focus, pulled my eyes toward what was gone. I spent more strength contending than the work required to change, dragging dead weight through the present that could never be retrieved. Responsibility can guide me, shame just overloads the frame. I can't own what I neglected without carrying it today. Set down the dead weight, lift what's in my hands. I can't change the load I missed, but I can finish what I planned. No punishment for yesterday, no mercy for delay. Set down the dead weight, do movement clean and slow. Didn't chase the old performance, didn't force the body's growth. I recorded what was honest, where I weakened, where I stood. Then returned without the drama and repeated what I could. The burden lost its meaning when I stopped feeding it regret. Past mistakes became instruction, not a sentence on my neck. I still answer for my absence, I still rebuild what I let fade. But I refuse to make recovery heavier than the work itself.
What belongs to this moment? Breath, position, effort, next. What belongs behind me?
The punishment I invented. The shift without a break, the work through the morning. If my body said slow, I called discipline weak. Then dragged half dead effort through the rest of the week. At the warehouse, one bearing had screamed for a month, but production stayed moving, so nobody touched it. Then the whole line stopped with the orders backed high. One neglected small part left the system offline. Stood by the conveyor while the mechanics worked, watching heat leave the motor, watching damage emerge. Nothing failed in 1 second, the failure accrued. Every warning we silenced had been telling the truth. I thought about the tightness I ignored in my knee. The 4 hours of sleep I kept calling routine. I was proud of endurance while function declined, running everything harder as the part fell behind. Maintenance is the mission, keep the system fit to move. I don't prove that I am driven by destroying what I use.
Cool the engine, check the friction, hear the warning while it's small.
Maintenance is the mission,
Staying ready is the call.
I changed what I respected when I got home that night. Put recovery beside every task I would write. Not as something I earned after doing enough, but a part of the process that kept output honest. I saw in one session when the movement felt wrong. Did the careful work slowly instead of forcing it on. Prepare food for the week, turn the screen off at 10, then return with more control when I trained again. At work I stopped praising the last minute save, when a simple inspection could have prevented the break. Log the sound of the rollers, check the belt and the heat. Prevention looks boring, but the orders stay complete. I began seeing strength as a system, not mood. Stress followed by repair, both properly used. The machine without rest is not loyal or brave. It is borrowing function, it will later repay.
Listen early, adjust clean, protect the parts that carry the dream. Not less committed, not backing down. I keep it operational, I keep it sound. There are days made for output, there are days made demand. Both belong to the standard if I plan to continue.
I won't wait for a breakdown to respect what I feel. I won't call damage courage just because it looks real.
The strongest system isn't the one that never slows. It is one that reads the warning and responds before it goes.
Maintenance is the mission, keep the
alignment. Make the needed change on time.
Maintenance is the mission.
Durability defines the drive.
I don't run myself into the ground.
I keep myself available for the work. What gets through, what I choose, what gets cut, empty noise, what stays clear, the work ahead.
Protect the signal.
Guard the thread.
My screen held 12 windows, my mind held none. Every alert took a piece before the task had begun. I replied in a second, switched tracks every minute. Stayed busy all day without being incited. At lunch I could not name one thing I had made, just a trail of reactions and attention misplaced. I caught it being needed, called the chaos demand, but the noise kept deciding where I put my hands. Even training got split by the buzz in my bag. Half a set, check the message, lose the count, lose the path. I was present in body, transmitted somewhere else, letting every weak signal interrupt what mattered most.
Static never asked permission. It enters through the smallest break. Focus isn't found by wishing.
It is something I protect. Protect the signal, clear the line, one task, breathing at a time. Cut the static, hold the frame. Not every voice deserves my name.
Protect the signal, make it strong.
Attention is a channel, and night is sun.
What travels on?
I placed the phone face down in the drawer by the wall. Wrote one outcome on paper, let the rest of it wait. 40 minutes uninterrupted felt longer than hours, because depth has a weight that distraction devours. The first day my hand reached for a screen that stayed dark, that reflex showed clearly how scattered I'd become. So I watched the urge pass without feeding the need, kept the line on the sentence, kept the breath on the speed. At the rack I used the silence like a clean frequency. Every repetition carried one instruction to me. Control on the lowering, no rush at the base. Finish what you were doing before changing the space. The world didn't collapse when I stopped answering fast. Most alarms were just habits dressed up like a task. I learned urgency shouts, but importance speaks low. Without guarding reception, I would never hear both.
Lower the volume, narrow the field. A scattered mind reacts, a focused mind builds. Signal locked, static dropped, one direction. No interruption, one decision.
Held to completion.
Protect the signal,
Clear the line, one true effort at a time.
let the noise knock, let it wait.
I will choose what enters the gate.
Signal, keep it strong.
My intention has a purpose, and night is sun.
What travels on? I do not owe every interruption an answer. The room was too small, the week was too crowded.
They used to be enough to stop me. Yeah. The hotel had no training room, just carpet and a chair. A suitcase by the window, stale air everywhere. I had planned the perfect session 3 cities ago, so I decided this one counted as impossible. That excuse felt familiar, I had used it at home. Wrong hour, wrong weather, not enough room. If the setup wasn't ideal, I treated effort as fake. ground. But a standard that vanishes when the setting changes was never fully mine. It belonged to the arrangement. Choose what is here, clear what I need. Make the ground usable. Begin where I stand. No perfect terrain, no promised deeds. Make the ground usable. Work with what remains. I move the chair to the wall, lay the towel on the floor, set 20 honest minutes instead of wishing for more. Slow repetitions, controlled range, no need to pretend it matched the full program. I would follow again. The purpose was not numbers, the purpose was proof. The setting could change without changing the truth. I can modify the action and protect the intent, keep the habit alive without calling less effort a debt. Next morning the lobby was loud when I opened my notes, so I put in earplugs, roll one out, come to close. Found a table in the corner, worked the focused half hour, then left with something finished instead of blaming the crowd. I began carrying fewer requirements with me. A short written plan, one band, room to breathe. Preparation became portable, simple and clear. I stopped needing the world to arrange itself first. Make the ground usable, set what I can. I don't need ideal conditions to become who I am. Change the method, keep the meaning, let the setting rearrange. My commitment travels with me. It is not tied to a place. There were times when the answer is genuinely no. No safe space to continue, no strength left to go. Adapting is not forcing every plan through the wall. It is knowing what must stay and what is allowed to fall. Some days the work is movement, some days recovery. Some days one important call from a crowded street. The form may look different, but the standard survives. I make one useful choice in the conditions of life. I no longer collect inconvenience as a defense. I assess what is possible, then act with respect. The world will stay uneven, the road will rearrange. I will not make consistency depend on everything staying the same. No bench, use the floor. No hour, use 20. No silence, narrow focus. No perfect plan, purpose. Not reckless, not careless. Adapting complete, use what is present. Protect what I made. Make the ground usable, set what I can. I don't need ideal conditions to take an honest stand. Change the method, keep the meaning, let the setting rearrange. My commitment travels with me. It does not belong to a place. I carry the standard. The environment does not carry it for me. One blade at a time, that is how the edge returns. Not by swinging harder, but by sharpening the work. I don't need a sudden breakthrough, I need practice, clean and fine. The dullness leaves in layers, one blade at a time. One blade at a time. I had started moving carelessly, chasing speed to feel advanced, throwing weight through weak positions, calling effort good enough. When the numbers stopped improving, I attacked them with more force, as if volume could correct what I refused to practice slow. My hands knew every shortcut, my body hit the floor. I could finish every set without controlling it at all. The skill had lost its edge, but ego kept the pace alive. I was trying to cut deeper with the tool I wouldn't refine. More force was not the answer. So I lowered every number until weakness stood exposed. Pause where balance left the movement, held the line. I used to rush, I filmed one set for feedback, not attention, not display. Then corrected one small angle and repeated it for days. Nothing about it looked impressive, nothing fed the need for speed, but precision brought a strength that reckless effort couldn't reach. The movement started answering without tension out of place. I had now become less powerful, I had stopped wasting what I made. One blade at a time, that is how the edge returns. Not by swinging harder, but by sharpening the work. I don't need a sudden breakthrough, I need practice, clean and fine.
Strength without precision isn't strength I trust at all.
I don't chase a louder number at the cost of clean design. I make power worth depending on
One blade at a time. Technique first, then weight.
one reading is not the trend. One reading is not the trend.
Yeah. The bar moves slow on Tuesday, slower than the week before. My hands felt weak, my breathing broken. Doubt came through the door.
I took one tired performance and stretched it across my name. Caught months of steady training, a mistake because of one day.
I ignored the night shift ending, the 4 hours I had slept, the meal I missed at midday. All the strain I had and checked the gauge dropped for a moment, so I claimed the system failed, letting one unstable reading turn the whole machine to doubt. A needle can move sharply without changing where I'm headed.
One reading is not the trend. One hard day is not the end. Check the pattern, check the weeks, measure more than how this feels. I don't judge the whole direction by one number in descent.
One reading
Is not the trend.
I reduced the load that evening, kept the movement clean and plain. Wrote the context by the numbers instead of hiding it in shame. Sleep low, stress high, still completed what was wise. That record told a fuller truth than disappointment could provide across the next 3 sessions.
Strength return without a fight. Nothing needed reinvention, nothing permanent to die. The body never promised every day will read the same. Progress lives inside a pattern, not a single point of strain.
Read the signal, check the cause. Don't make panic into law. Watch the average, track the range. Give the system room to change.
One reading is not the trend. One hard day is not the end. Check the pattern, check the weeks, measure more than how this feels. I won't sentence my direction from one moment in descent.
One reading
Is not the trend.
I record the day, I do not become it.